Hey guys, welcome to this little backpacking 9-hole cup walkthrough that I come up with. Normally I play expert, but this account's dropped to rookie and there might be some shots here that'll help you. They might not. They are based on my weaker clubs. So as you can see, we're playing with this bag. There's a couple of shots with a big topper in it, and there's a rock shot for a drive, and I've used a big dog and a Goliath for one shot. So let's get into it. So hole one, actually got the drop on that one. So for the drive, I'm not looking for anything special here, using a marlin. Gonna go full top one right. And I'm just looking for the white ring to be just inside the rough line on the right there. Using a little bit of overpower, tiny bit of right curl. Just want to get that down there. If you've got higher wind, maybe not needed so much of overpower, because you want to be in thorn range. So there we go, down the fairway. Sets us up with a thorn shot, which I'm going to count back from max. 1%, one ring on the slider. So I'll go ahead and watch this. Going to use one backspin and try and set it up going into the cup. So I'm going to push it up to Grizz max. Excuse me. I pull it back 10 rings and then realise it's too much. So then I push back up, because obviously we want it going towards the cup. I'm going to put one backspin on and push it up a little bit further. Now here I've worked out that it's actually 6 rings back from max, so I'm playing at 94% slider at 20% P0 numbers. I'm going to try and hit perfect. Which we do. And dropping the eagle on hole one. Okay, hole number 2, I've never been good at. It's always been a pain in the ass. I'll show you what I was trying to do, and maybe you can tweak it. Get it just using a marlin and a sniper. And what I'm looking to do here is put my white ring on the left rough with the blue ring on the right rough, just for a reference, and then try and backspin it with one right spin, and try and put it near the hole. It's about 4.1 backspin, one right spin. Obviously it's ball guys nowhere near the hole, so I'm trying to put a bit of curl on this, and I've gone max 20% P0. Even my opponent knows this is missing. And obviously a little bit of curl to the right. But again, hit great left, miss left. Even a perfect wouldn't have gone in the hole, so I'm not sure with that one. There's probably better guides out there. But if you want to tweak that shot, feel free. Okay, hole 3. Again, didn't get the drop here, but just showing you this so you can see that it can be done with lower clubs and a marlin. So we're going to set up. Going to go with max top one left. Got no plush yardage here, so you just have to see where the second bounce is. It's almost halfway into the fairway. I'm about a ring up or ring and a half up with the yellow ring touching. And it's 10% max. About half a ball into the wall there, curl, just because we've only got one left on this ball. And try and hit perfect. And you'll should just bounce and roll up onto the fairway there. It's tailwind for the second shot, so should have no problem getting to the green. So I'll show you my second shot. Again, the great left came back. But with the Sniper 9, it was max topspin, one right. I'm just trying to visualize it going into the hole. Which it actually looks a bit left to me there. But the adjustment's just max 10. Even looks like we've got an 11.59 pull on that, which won't help. And then obviously great left. Comes in at a good speed. But pretty much way off. But just to show that that hole can be played with a marlin, lower clubs. And if you want to tweak that, you may get a drop. Okay, hole 4. This is another one that kind of there, but it's not. The adjustment's okay, but there's just something. It's always coming in left of the hole. So I'll show you what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to go with 1.5 backspin, about 0.4 left spin. And again, just trying to see that ball guide going towards the hole. Now, one practice shot I missed left, so what I decided to do was reduce a spin after I'd set it up to about 0.1, but it looks like it needs a bit more. And the adjustment's just 1-to-1. So 3.6 wind, 3.6 rings. Hit perfect. And like I say, the speed's good. We hit the rough okay. But it's just not quite coming in. Well, that's all 4. Let's go on to hole 5. Okay, this is always going to be a rough bump hole for me. There's other ways to play it, better balls, better clubs. But for this, I'm just going to go with one left spin. And set up center of the trees. Just 20% max. And obviously I've only got one left spin on this ball, so I'm going to put a tiny bit of left curl on it, just to keep the right side tree out of play. Try and hit perfect. And get it down there. You could probably put a tiny bit of top spin on this, because there is a little bit of run out room. But yeah, both trees out of play, so that's what you want. Second shot. I'm going to play this at 45% at slider. P1 numbers. Now I made a bit of a mess with this because my first practice shot went further left. So I'm more right on this drive, and I just can't seem to work out what I'm doing really. But I'm just trying to get the ball guide into the hole using the spin I've got here. I'm trying to keep some of the... You only want a bit of the yellow ring outside of the rough line, because if you put too much, you may miss the rough and fly the green. So there we go. And again, this is max plus 45. And again, a great ball, perfect had a chance. A slight great right. Yeah, it's just to the right. But again, no drops there, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing, just in case you can try and do anything with it. Okay, so hole 6, we get the arbor on this one. And for the drive, I'm going to use a rock 7 and a quasar. I'm going to set the yellow ring on the right rough at a +3 with full top, full right. And I'm going to adjust P10 max. I'm going to go half a ball of curl just before circle drop OP. Again, the grates are haunting me, but this is going to be okay. Perfect would be fine. Just get it down there. Okay, second shot on this hole, everyone knows there's a funnel there. It's just finding it. So for this, it's always going to be 3 top, 2 left with a quasar. You'll see me trying to work out the club distance. I've worked it out that I'm roughly 75%. So I'm playing 75% at -5 P1 numbers. I'm trying to get the ball guide in the sticky spot with a good square through the hole, because obviously we're in headwind. So again, it's -5, 75 slider, P1 numbers. Now we'll just try and hit perfect. Which we do. And this one will come in lovely, centre pin for an elbow. Okay, let's go into hole 7. Now this I'm playing with a Goliath 7. So if you've got anything less or higher, practice it. Because I had one practice shot of this and just missed. I tweaked it slightly, which I'll show you in a sec, and it did drop. But again, practice it if you've got different levels. Okay, so we're going to go with 8 top, 1 left. I'm going to aim the ball guide at the pin, but just short. Because obviously I haven't got a complete ball guide on this club. So you say I'm going at the pin, and I've got a tiny bit of the yellow outside of the rough line. And the adjustment here is 15% mid numbers, P1. So 15% mid. And I'm putting about 2 or 3 clicks of left curl on this, just to help bring it into the hole. Don't put too much on, because you might put the bunker in play. This one drops in right side, so maybe 3 to 4 clicks of left curl. And should be dropping out with the navigator. Okay, hole 8. Let's have a look at the drive here. This hole was pissing me off. I spent about 6 practice tokens on this. And in the end, I came up with a layup. So I'm using a big top of 5 with full top 1 left, with a yellow, red ring touching the left rough line. And with that, I'm going to adjust max +10. And go with the outer wall curl just before circle drop OP. Because what I'm trying to do is hit the down slope, which is going to slow the ball down and put it perfectly in thorn range. Because if you don't hit the down slope, you could get a longer run out, which could put you in end bringer range, which would be fine, but I've not played that shot. Okay, so let's look at the drop. to go with 3.5 backspin. We're going to count rings up from min. So you see me pull it back. And I'm counting up from min. So I've gone 5 rings. So I'm playing this at 5% with 3.5 backspin. No side spin. Just aiming centre cup. And it's 0% P1 numbers. But looking at the way it comes in, you could probably play this at -5 or even -10. Because it seems slightly overadjusted because we just drop it left edge. So -5, -10, to take a 0.1, 0.2 off that adjustment, should go centre pin then. Okay, last hole, hole 9. Again, this is one of them holes I'm not keen on. This is a eagle and run. So we're going to use a Titan here. Going to go 4 top, 2 right. And we're going to set the second bounce so it looks like it's going to go into that rough patch in between the bunkers with a yellow ring touching the right rough. And adjust 10% max plus 0.2. And then add half a ball of curl. Not trying to do anything crazy here, we just want it down there to give us a shot. Okay, second shot, I'm going to play with a big dog 8. What we're trying to do here is, you can try and backspin this, but I was a bit worried that it might not clear the bunker or the rough line there. So what I'm doing is putting a little bit of top, bit of left on, and I'm aiming it right side of the pin. Now I've adjusted 20 max here, but looking at the way this ball comes in, plus 10 might give you a better shout at even a drop here, or less curl. So go with a little bit of curl here. And I do go full OP, half a ball of curl. Do get the perfect away, but we do come in left, but you know, like I say, it's just a eagle and run. Clear the bunker, roll out, and take the eagle, get out of there, and we're done. So looking at it, left a few out there. Hole 2, not a fan. Probably wouldn't have dropped it anyway, but others will. Hole 4, there's definitely a shot there, just need to work it out. Hole 5, should really be getting an eagle on that, but it is what it is. So there you go. That's lower level clubs, free to play balls, -16. Qualifying rounds of the backpacking 9 hole. Should be a decent tiebreaker, especially with the Alba. And there you go. Please feel free to use them shots, make your own up, see other guide makers who are a lot better than I am. But that's what I'm doing. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already done so. And might see you again with another walkthrough.